In this video, I want to go more in depth on the storyline regarding one of the apparent two launch maps for Call of Duty 2024 Zombies, whether it's called Black Ops Gulf War Zombies or whatever the title is, the game that's going to be set during the 90s, releasing this year, which is crazy to say at last. Of course, I previously talked about the rumored launch maps in a prior video, but this video, like I said in that video, is going to be focusing more on it from a storyline standpoint because this launch map, which seems to be called Terminus Island, has lots of information already inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, where we can piece together the clues. And all this information seems to be alluding that Eddie Richtofen may be involved and has been involved in the background of stuff that has been unfolding in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. And before I get into the storyline information, I want to let you know that this video has been kindly sponsored by U4GM, which is a professional COD boosting website. They won't mod your account, they'll simply hop on your account and manually be able to unlock camos for you if you want to grind out Borealis camo, or if you want to unlock schematics, but you just don't have the time. They can get any item in the game for you. You can check out the link in the description and use code TGR for 5% off anything. With that said, let's continue with the video. So I wanted to make another video on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies to discuss something that has been itching at the back of my brain for some time now. There is a character in Modern Warfare Zombies who is seemingly much more than meets the eye, and maybe hiding a level of knowledge and importance that we simply are not privy to yet. His background and moves made since the beginning of the storyline seem to imply he knows much more than he's letting on. Today we will delve into the enigmatic character of James Jack Tobias Fletcher. Fletcher, born in New Zealand on May 24th, 1972, joined the New Zealand Defence Force, or NZDF for short, at the age of just 17 in 1989. It was here he would begin to develop his extreme tactical expertise and learn the intricacies of military operations. His natural ability to succeed in these scenarios led to him rising quickly through the ranks. In 1991, Fletcher worked alongside the New Zealand Special Air Service, NZSES, and was seconded by the CIA for security duty on something known as Terminus Island, eventually being honorably discharged from the NZDF in 1993. These events were taking place over a relatively short period across only 2 years, are what I believe to be the truly formative events of the character of Fletcher. As I discussed in that prior video I mentioned at the start, which I will also have linked in this video's description if you want to go ahead and check it, or you can click the link on screen. Well, it seems that Terminus Island could very well likely be Black Site 13, which is the location that Dr. Peck was heading to during the ending of Black Ops Cold War Zombies in that post-credit scene on the Forsaken, where we jumped 5 years later to 1990. This island off the coast of Japan is likely where the remaining members of Requiem and the Strike Team are being held, in some sort of underground prison / laboratory, potentially being experimented on if Richtofen wants to harness some sort of dark ether powers, since they have been highly exposed to Ethereum. Anyways, if this is the case, and Fletcher's skills lead him to being seconded for security duty here, then this means two things of importance. One, the CIA are directly involved with helping the director, aka Eddie Richtofen, even after the events of Black Ops Cold War. This seems to still be the case in Modern Warfare as well, as we can see under Samantha Max's portrait in their files on Requiem. Information on here is still classified under Project Janus, which was started, of course, by the director, Richtofen. Although, can we even still call him the director anymore? I mean, he did shut down Requiem at the end of Cold War Zombies in 1985. Nevertheless, he still probably holds a very important role in the CIA. The second thing of importance to take from this, if Fletcher was extremely skilled, a natural-born leader, and spent a couple years at Terminus Island, surely he had exposure to the director hand-on, or at the very least Ethereum and some experiments on it. This would mean that him acting as though he'd never heard of it to Viktor Zakhaev was a ploy, and this very much changes the implications of some later events in Modern Warfare Zombies. Remember this as we will circle back to it later, but it does seem like his experience at Terminus Island likely is directly to do with Cold War Zombies, since that's going to be set in 1990, and just the fact that it was active directly when it's going to be set means that this has to be for COD 2024 Zombies. After his time at Terminus Island, Fletcher was honorably discharged and asked to leave military service. This, to me, suggests he did indeed see something secret at Terminus Island. Perhaps the government felt that whatever he saw there was too much for him to continue service, leading to the honorable discharge. This would preserve the honor in his military record, but essentially force him to retire. After spending his entire life in military service, at this point Fletcher was likely lost and directionless. Following a stint as a mercenary from 2005 to 2011, Fletcher founded Terminus Outcomes in 2011, headquartered in Brunei, strategically located outside of American extradition treaties and in close proximity to where Dr. Peck is heading. In fact, if we compare on a map, literally this place seems to be set almost exactly where Peck is heading, the mercenary work makes sense. It is an easy way to turn a profit with his skills after being forced to leave the military service. What is more interesting is that he seems to have learned from his time with the director, forming his own group and quickly moving them somewhere off the coast of Asia and outside of the rule of most large world governments, as it seems Terminus Island will be the same. The location is also relatively close to Terminus Island, as seen by comparing Brunei on a map to where it is that Peck points in the Cold War cutscene, and this cannot be a coincidence. Could they even potentially be one and the same place? Or are they just set very close for that exact reason? This could be an area where the Dark Ether Veil is a lot weaker and there might be a lot more Ethereum activity. After all, it's not too far out from where the Ethereum missiles were diverted by Maxis as well as Ravenov in the first Outbreak quest in Cold War Zombies. Terminus Outcomes expanded to become one of the world's largest private military company, PMC groups, with global training camps and state-of-the-art equipment. In 2021, the company was engaged by Viktor Zakhaev to retrieve Ethereum, with the understanding that any surplus Ethereum would belong to the PMC. An intriguing aspect arises as Fletcher appears to feign ignorance about Ethereum when dealing with Zakhaev, despite his probable exposure during his time at Terminus Island, potentially indicating a deeper understanding than he lets on. This raises questions about Fletcher's true knowledge and intentions regarding Ethereum, especially if Terminus Island is indeed Black Site 13 from Black Ops Cold War, suggesting significant exposure to Ethereum and the remnants of Requiem. This would mean that Zakhaev's account with Terminus Outcomes being charged exuberant amounts of money, and Zakhaev being unable to pay, was all part of Fletcher's plan, a carefully orchestrated plan to put Zakhaev in debt, passively suggests that he could sell the Ethereum and wouldn't mind being paid in that, then use this debt to stockpile large amounts of weaponized Ethereum for Terminus Outcomes. Or could it perhaps be that Fletcher is still merely a pawn in a bigger game? Could the director of Requiem, Eddie Richtofen, even exist still behind the scenes? And is he the one pulling the strings? I think this is a very likely option. I mean, we still have Ravenov in the storyline, and he's just an old person now, so there's no reason that Eddie is not still alive, but just very old as well. Maybe he's even potentially used things from the Dark Ether to extend his life. But of course, he'll be, you know, in his late 70s or however old he is now, which he can obviously very naturally survive then anyways, but I wonder if there can be some sort of de-aging properties extracted from Ethereum. Just wild speculation there, but of course throughout Cold War Zombies, Eddie was pulling all the strings at Requiem and Omega, and they just had no idea what was going on. He was basically making them fight against one another. He was pulling the strings everywhere, manipulating everyone like a game of chess, so it really wouldn't surprise me if he's doing the same throughout Modern Warfare Zombies if he is still alive. I would not be surprised at all if he's still around and using the conflict between Zakhaev and Task Force 141 to his advantage, and this would definitely seem like a Richtofen move. If he already knew Zakhaev planned to move on the Ethereum, then inserting Fletcher into the situation means he can simultaneously keep the situation under control and also get away with the excess Ethereum to himself. Or if not Eddie, could it be Samuel? Samuel, if you don't know, was the director's son and was burned to death by Weaver in a house fire meant to kill the director, or at least that's just what we can interpret from the intel in the game. It's not officially confirmed, but it's heavily implied from the intel. The community is currently theorizing from evidence in Black Ops Cold War that Eddie's current plan with Project Janus could be, or at least partially, to revive his son and bring him back from the Dark Ether maybe. If that is the case and he succeeds in the 90s, then Samuel could be anywhere from 20 to 30ish years old by now. I think in the Dark Ether they don't really age, plenty old enough to be involved with the CIA or other clandestine operations. As we ponder Fletcher's enigmatic role, it becomes evident that his association with Terminus Island may have provided him with extensive insight into Ethereum, prompting speculation about his true motives and the depth of his involvement in the unfolding narrative. Could Fletcher be setting himself up as the true protagonist of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and could his grand plan even carry forward to COD 2025 Zombies, because it's rumored the campaign at least is going to be set in the 2030s and a sequel to Black Ops 2's campaign, so we're not sure when Zombies is going to be set. Of course, with Modern Warfare 3 Zombies it's set before the events of Modern Warfare 3's campaign being in 2021, with the campaign being 2023, so it might not be directly in 2030, but it could be around that era. Regardless of when it's set though, it's probably going to be after 2023, so a sequel to Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, and we could see Fletcher carry on as a character, since of course COD 2024 is going to be in the 90s, but a very different time setting to the COD 2025 game, so that would be going back to the past. We fill in a lot of gaps there. That's a big storyline that unfolds, and then we get left on a cliffhanger with Modern Warfare 3 and COD 2024 Zombies that may then lead into the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies sequel. We see in new radios that Fletcher has told his men that Zakhaev is out of the picture now, so he clearly has plans of his own in store. Let me know what you think of everything I've discussed in this video, and if you have any theories on Fletcher or Richtofen, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to see more theorizing on this channel, as I definitely enjoy covering the lore just as much as I enjoy covering leaks and news and stuff like that. In fact, I find this quite a lot more interesting since it gets the brain tickling quite a lot more, and I will be having lots lots more storyline videos in the future as well, talking more about Project Janus and the rumored other West Virginia map that we might be seeing in COD 2024 Zombies, since we've just been talking about the Terminus Island map today, but that's the other one that's been leaked and also hinted at within Intel. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not here for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.